Welcome back to the Hobby Chop Podcast. This is the podcast for the people. I am Big Ken. He is Zip. Zip, how you doing, my friend?
I am doing. I'm busy as all hell, but I keep looking forward to doing this podcast so I can stay hobby relevant and up on the up and up. I feel like I've taken a big back seat with everything now, but still enjoying it my own way.
Yeah, nice. I have to apologize to Spike, who was here waiting for us, that we were a minute late. I was. Thank you for being here, first of all, Spike. And yeah, I'm in a break, and I was like hoping that I could get to the end before it started, but it just overlapped, and so now it's going on. I have no idea what I'm getting in there.
So,
Bill's in there. What up, Bill?
Tell me a little bit, because I'm not up on this, because you're watching this break and you go, oh my God, a Shadur Sanders kangaroo. And I'm like, what the hell is that?
It's the international box.
So Panini's going full Bomu on me with the reptilian BS. All right. And what are these new animals? What are the new animals on the checklist? We have kangaroo. What else do we have?
Plum blossom, This is the international version.
Yeah. What's going on here?
Plum blossom, kangaroo, Tim Tebow. What are they doing with a Tim Tebow card in the box? Come on, man. Yeah, there's a couple of them. It's a different one. It's like half the price of Prism, right? You're not guaranteed an auto in there, but you're guaranteed all these other.
No, I'm fine with that. I just want to know what the other parallels are. If it's Kangaroo Jack in the red jacket, I'm all for it. But I'm just gonna look up what kangaroo looks like. So kangaroo Prism, huh? Kangaroo Court here.
Here comes another one. It's a Chief. Xavier Worthy.
Kangaroo.
And
Okay,
I can read on the screen. Someone's like, Tim Tebow, really?
Here's my reaction to this. Okay. Yep. Kangaroo. I'm looking at it right now. It is your retail green parallel with yellow kangaroos. That's the parallel. They're yellow, just silhouette kangaroos.
Yeah.
This is where we're at. Is this innovation?
Exciting.
Is this innovation?
It's exciting time.
Panini is actually IBM, the company. He's an IBMer. Oh my Lord. We have kangaroo parallels. If there's an Aussie or something, I would, I'd be all for it. But what are we doing? Give me a bald eagle.
There was a Cam Ward.
Cam Ward kangaroo?
It's just a red. It looked like a silver prism.
Oh, hey, shout out to you, Silver Prism. Not quite your kangaroo, but hey.
No, you know what the case hit was in the last one? So they were doing two boxes. The first box had a dual color blast.
Wombat edition?
Lamar and Derrick Henry, dual color blast. And you want to know the sad part about that was the guy who had the AFC North traded for the AFC East.
You never trade. You never trade in breaks. Blast. Even if you think you got the worst, you got it worse off, never trade. Never trade. Yeah. Always happens.
So how you doing?
I'm mystified about these kangaroos. Yeah, honestly, I'm doing good.
You take a week off to work, and this is what happens. We're showing up with kangaroo cards.
I guess so. I had no clue what you're talking about, and honestly, like after seeing the parallel, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of the kangaroo prism.
Yeah. All right, let's get started today. We're going to start today something a little different. So, I did my episode over the weekend, and I had at Showstar Sports Cards. He posted a question after the episode, and I commented to him. I said, I think this would be something cool that we cover on the Hobby Chop. It's kind of what we do over here. And his question was, do you feel now is the time to sell Ohtani? I have his base 2018 rookies, some graded and some raw, or is it too early?
Okay. So, I mean, for me, I think anything like not rare, I would just sell and then continue to buy and sell at whatever it's trading at. Because whenever, most people who are trying to flip stuff buy and sell, you're able to acquire things at percentages. Granted, Ohtani may be difficult to, but like, unless I have an Ohtani that's like actually really rare, scarce, something like that, I'm probably just selling it, and I know there'll be at some time to buy back. Like even like this when I went all in, I had this conviction about Ohtani after the World Series when he blew up. I was like, I just feel like there's more juice here.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was still like a lull. There was a lull in like November, December, like where you could buy again. So, and also let's keep this in mind too. Let's think baseball specifically. There's like some huge arbitration thing that's going to happen that it may lead to a lockout next year, which insecurity doesn't usually bring confidence to buyers, right? So like I love baseball. I love the market, and I wish I could just keep playing the cycle over and over and over again. But I'm worried going into the offseason. I want to be clear about that. I'm worried going into this next offseason because of what a lockout could do. Mm-hmm. And for the prospects the next year, like you have the Connor Griffin, the JJ Weatherholt, the Kevin McGonigal, who are going to supposedly be the guys to break from camp with the teams, the big names in spring training. And that's huge every single year for the Bowman stuff. So I know this is about Ohtani, but it's important to the baseball market too. You take all that out, and it's just so foggy. You don't know what's going on. So like, I would just keep making my money. And then if there was an Ohtani I wanted to hold for the long haul, because I was like for example, that Judge card that just sold, his Superfractor 1/1 that sold in 2022 for like $320,000, and now it just sold for $5.2 million. If I have something like that, yeah, that's an investment, right? Like those are different tiers of cards. Mm-hmm. If we're talking about like, I have his Topps Chrome PSA 10, I think it's at like $900 now, which is crazy. But if I have these high pop cards that are going to transact all the time, like I'm selling them, and then I'll just buy them back. There'll be a lull. There's so many of them that like it could just fatigue anything, like NBA playoffs, football starting up, like all these things that could take some money away or whatever. Like I don't know. I don't view like they're valuable cards in the sense that they transact, they're liquid, they're all these, but they're not like unattainable cards. You know what I mean? Like you can get these things whenever the hell you want. There's always auctions of them ending. You buy out a collection and they have some of them, you're going to acquire them within the grouping of the cost of the collection. I just, not that I don't want to call them a dime a dozen, because they're better than that, but like I'm selling them. I'm selling them and I'll buy them back. Or it's also like they're plentiful enough. You could still find them raw out there in any friggin' baseball Facebook group. You go in there saying, I'm buying Ohtani. I know I've done this a billion times. I'm buying Ohtani, Judge, Skeens, and Witt. And my DMs are flooded mostly with Ohtani and Judge. Mm-hmm. Still raw stuff I'm buying and gemming. So like, I don't know. I would just keep selling them unless I had something that was significant.
So for this season coming up, like, of course, we're doing the WBC right now, but then the season that comes up. So say between now and midsummer, really no difference, you think, selling them now versus 2 months from now versus 5 months from now? And I guess the question I'm asking is, you're saying you could buy them anytime, which means people are selling them now. They're happy to sell them probably at whatever the going rate is on those cards right now. Do you ever worry that you're buying it at a time where he's at an all-time high, that market dropped out for any reason?
I mean, I guess, but like, I don't really know what it would be to like drop him out. So like, I think I said this before, like the thing that would drop him out big time would be if it came back that he was the one gambling and then it got him like banned from baseball or some shit like that. Like that would be it. Like if he got hurt.
But I don't know. We watched Mahomes get hurt, right? And I know that we're not comparing apples to apples, but we watched Mahomes get hurt.
Ohtani is more accomplished than Patrick Mahomes,
but his market never dipped. So why would
exactly?
Why would we think an injury on Ohtani would hurt?
Exactly, and the baseball market is more robust than the football market.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you. Like to your own. Yeah, if Mahomes didn't, then Ohtani sure shouldn't. You know,
Yeah.
like with Mahomes, the thing that would happen would be like if he had some crazy scandal, or if like I don't even know. Like I don't even know. So I'm not really worried about buying Ohtani, but again, you're talking to someone who like I don't buy like cards to just hold based off investment because there's always inherent risk in that. So that's not something I do. But like by my method, if I'm trying to buy raw cards to grade, that's fine, because like if I get a 9 or a 10, hopefully that grading will offset any like regression in the market. So, I'm not too concerned about it doing what I'm doing. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And especially getting into it raw, which is important. I mean, I spent the weekend at the Philly show, and Ohtani was the hottest guy in the room, right? And I'm like, and you saw me laugh before. I don't know if that's Bill or Billy that put up that I'm holding my Ohtani till I get 540. They had one in their case that wanted 540, and because their case was situated where I was sitting,
mm-hmm.
I was like, everybody walked up and it just kept saying how much for I think we'd have to turn it over. I'd be like 540, we're firm. It started turning into a joke, that everybody just walked up to that case, and that was the only card they would ask about first was the Ohtani in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there was still a lot left in that room. It's not like everything was sold, and some people were super high on theirs, and other people were moving them along. I had them. I was happy to move them. Thank you. Howard's in here. Thank you, Howard. Uh, he gave me a good deal on them. It just made sense for me to move them. Didn't make sense for me to be holding them, long term at all. I mean, I think I've learned a little bit along the way, and even listening to you and a lot of people, like it's like okay to hold something that you think you could get more, but it's possible you could be buy and sell that 5 times between now and 5 months from now or 4 months from now. So just keep it moving, and don't be so concerned with holding things, right? So and that's really where that question came up. I mean, he's thinking to himself, in that question, should I move them now? Is now a good time? And I messaged Howard a little earlier, and he kind of felt the same way I did. It's like, if you're into those cards and you've got a lot of room in there, it may be a good time to sell those cards if you want to reinvest that money. And it depends on what you're going to do with that money, right? So as part of that question, as part of answering that question is, do you sell it because you just want to cash out? Do you want to move that money into something else? A lot of us, when we're moving a card like that, we have another card in mind, right? We're saying, I'm going to move this because I want to, reinvest in another card. I'm falling out of love with this PC and falling in love with that one, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're into it, and if you're going to have regrets, if you sell it and it goes up 15 more percent, if you're going to hate yourself for that, then hold on to it and hope for the best, right?
Yeah, I guess for me is like I view each card that like I bought, like, so in a perfect world for me, I'm buying a card, I'm grading it, and then I'm going to sell it. Perfect world, right? I'm really trying to treat every single one of those as its own equation, in the fact that bought it here, graded here, value here, sold it here. Keep it going. Mm-hmm. Every once in a while, there's there's a card that you want to hold on to or hold out for a price. I get that. I totally do. But for me, it's very rare that it's doing that, because a lot of the things I'm going after are big names, liquid, whatever, have huge markups on that PS to get that PSA 10 premium, because that's what works for me. Like, I mean, geez, you could buy any Ohtani, and if you get it in a 10, you're just like, you're gonna make money on it. I don't even care what it is. I really don't. I don't care what it is. It's just insane. It really is. So it's like, just instead of me hoarding them and concerning about, oh my God, what if this goes up? Instead of doing that, why don't I just like keep acquiring them raw and just over and over and over again? Why don't I just do that? Like, and then like keep cycling the money. And then if there's anything that I really want, well, I've done this so many times, I can just go buy that card if I really want it that bad. or I'll find it raw again and grade it.
Yeah.
like you know, like I don't know if that's like cynical or I mean, I guess not really, but like I just
But if you can find them, I mean, you apparently have this honey hole that's bottomless. That you keep finding all these cards that you send
Facebook
in.
groups are fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Facebook groups are fantastic. You'll find everything because like if we and so like here's the other side of it too is like you have people there's so many ways. Do we want to just talk Ohtani? Like if we want to just talk Ohtani, there's people who have been out of the hobby for a while that have just stockpiled Ohtani stuff, or they were into it back then and they didn't even know, and they're into it now and they're like, wow, these were worth nothing then, and I have all these now. Take them for this. Or you have people who are way over leveraged, gambling addicts, and way over like just submerged on cards from buying into breaks and ripping, and they need to cash out so they can pay their bills. Like it's not pretty, but this is cards. This is the hobby, man. And then like this is why like someone has to open the packs for the cards to be available to grade, right? Someone has to take that risk.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and also too is like with Ohtani, you don't even need to go after his rookie stuff. Like you can buy any insert, any parallel of the stuff that comes out now and just grade it and get a crazy markup. Like you just can.
So that kind of brings me to our next. That's a nice segue into our next one: the hobby winners and losers. But before we jump in, let's just say hello here in the chat. Hello, Howard. Thanks for being here. Military Breaker. He says his goals find lower priced Ohtani and keep flipping and upgrading until he can trade into a 55.
Dude, you could do that probably real quick, and you like you could probably. And could you go back up because he commented for me, and I really appreciate it, Military Breaker. He had all.
Oh yeah, he's got them all here.
I want to read them off. So we have this is an international. I take it.
Yep.
Kangaroo prisms. All right, here we go. Let's play a game. This was like when I was little. It was like this computer game. It was which one is different. Listen to what we have going on here. Kangaroo prisms, okay, pigskin prisms, lotus flower prisms, and plum blossom prisms.
Come on, you got to see the plum blossom prisms. The fire; those colors are fire, kid. they're numbered to 8.
They're fire.
They're fire.
God. I remember the lotus.
I just got the RJ Harvey one.
So when I would talk about winners and losers, when I was being a stupid degenerate and opening 24 WNBA Prism first off the line at $3K a box, I got my fantastic out of 3. What was it? Lotus of like, God knows who. Like I don't even know because I didn't get Caitlin. Yeah. So I remember that the Lotus looks really nice. Looks really nice.
Yeah. Hobby winners and losers. So you kind of just mentioned on that, right? And I touched a little bit on my solo podcast, but you're sitting around the room at a card show that's unbelievably crowded, and people are just lined up, to buy, and it's percentages, and it's this and it's that. And it really just makes me think as I'm looking around the room and I'm looking in everybody's cases, I'm seeing all these cards that I just think they just keep getting recycled. It's just like a circular, right? I mean, they're in my case and somebody's come and they want to buy them for the repack or, to sell on Whatnot or whatever. And then they go sell it on there, and then somebody gets it on there. And I don't know, maybe they paid $10 and got $100 card, or maybe they paid $1,000 and got $100 card. Right. And then they got to move the card, and somebody like you or on a Facebook group or something like that. And then that card just completely recycles again. So how many people have to win and lose, or how many people are winning and losing on the same card over and over and over again. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but I just picture this in my head. I picture 5 people on this side losing and 5 people on this side winning, and it be we've got the winners group and the losers group, and I think those groups stay the same. Like I don't think the winners ever end up in the losers group and the losers ever really end up in the winners group. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I just think it's this cycle that this is what keeps the hobby churning.
So that I hear you. I think what it comes down to is mindset. And what I say on that is not like just being firm on a price, but it's like coming to the realization of like, okay, this is what I'm into it for. This is what I'm like. I need to get into it to something where I know worst case scenario, I'm selling it for a little bit of a profit. Not even talking break even, because it's so true. I mean, that's just how it is. There has to be winners and losers, unless people are just acquiring a collection that came from nothing and they're just like, get this out of here. I mean, Jesus, I guess it could be a touchy subject, but like, I hate to say it, but it's like, if I feel like it's more likely that if you're someone who just views it as just a hobby, like it's just whatever, it's play money, it's this, it's that, it doesn't matter. Like, you're more apt to be as in these parameters, not a loser as a person, but a loser in the terms of the money you're going to lose overall. It's a negative ROI if you're going to just keep ripping. You know what I mean? Like, it's a negative ROI. And then when someone comes in to buy, you're going card by card, usually off of the values, and you're going to cut a percentage off that because you're viewing it in the economical sense, right? Like, that's just kind of how it is. So I think it's a mindset, man. Like, is it not? Tell me.
Of course it is, but do you think? And I'm going to say you're one of those people because I talk to you daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. That you just sat here and said, like, I find these deals, I send them out, they all, I grade them, they all come back with great grades, and I just keep making money on them. So to me, if I'm looking at the winners and losers group, Zip's in the winners group. Zip is it
Yeah,
you
after
you just
losing for a
mentioned
long time.
you
After
literally just
losing.
mentioned I was that guy spending $3,000 on that, where I
Yeah.
would say, "Oh, wait a minute. Was Zip in the losers group and then he
Oh
ended up
yeah,
in the
for
winners
sure.
group?"
For sure, Ken. For sure. Like, I definitely was, because I'd be someone where like I would make these crazy deals, right? And get up, and then I'm like, oh, look at all this fun money I have. Because my mindset was somewhere in between business and hobby.
Mhm.
And I think that's more dangerous than being hobby or business. Because if you're business and hobby, you can FAFO, right? You can FAFO all you want, and hope, Ken, you're gonna have to tell your kids not your grandkids not to listen to this one. You can fuck around and find out, all right? Because if you're part hobby and part business, that's a terrible, terrible cocktail, man. Because you can get way up, feel super high, and then you're like, look at all this free money I have to just have fun, and it's a hobby, and then you lose it. And then you have to make all these deals and grind again. So then you're back up.
It reminds me when I go to the casino.
Exactly, man. And I'm at a point now where I'm just like, all these cards that I was chasing, like, I can buy them. Like, I can buy them. But I mean, there's some that are well out of my price range. But like, for the most of the things that I want to buy, like, I can buy them. But what am I doing? And it really comes to the mindset of like, I want to stop being a loser. Like, you know what I
I don't
mean?
want to
It's
be
like,
in that losers group
I don't
anymore. I
want to
don't
be a
like those
freaking
people.
loser anymore. Like, it's not a loser as a person. It's just like in the financial sense. Like, you're losing money over and over again. You know?
Yeah.
So
And it's right. And a collector's dream says ripping equal losing, and it's like we all know that, but we still do it. Like I can't. I can't turn away from a good rip. I was in this break a little earlier, right? It was a good day. This is the last couple times I've broken with these people that I've gotten decent cards that more value out of. But um I really feel, and I've talked about this a lot, that I usually don't win when I'm ripping.
Yeah.
I just enjoy doing it, right? I just have fun doing it, so I have to make it part of the hobby of what I'm doing. As a business principle, it would be terrible. Like if you sat down and said, "Okay, here's the business plan. I'm going to open," it'd be
Yeah.
like, "No, I mean that's it. You've already lost. That plan is terrible." I'm going to point some people out on that I know is on here, like Bill. Right. I know Bill, like I watch him rip the cases of that stuff. I would love, like, I sit back, like when I see people at the casino, right, betting $200-300 a hand. And I'm like, man, I'd love to do that. Just like I'd love to rip a case of this and rip a case of that. But I just know, I'm like, I just can't risk that. Like I'm happy to open up a box here, a box there. And if I'm gonna open something, I'm gonna make the investment, I'm gonna get a case and do or die. I've made that decision to do it, but I still know it's not a very good decision.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I think that's why these repacks become so desirable, because you could go buy a bunch of hobby boxes or something and rip them, or blasters or whatever, and get nothing. Like literally get nothing,
Yeah.
like $2 cards out of it that you would have to throw in a dollar box and hope for the best. Whereas you get into a repack and you're like, well, you know, elemental breaks, right? Zoodlebug Cards was doing it this weekend, and
And
it was
Tyler, former person on the
yeah,
pod.
and it was a great sales pitch. Somebody else said, "Oh my God, I can't believe how well they're doing." Well, if they just took those boxes and put them on their table, they're not going to sell themselves, right? It was a sales pitch. It was, hey, look, this is what the box costs, but worst case scenario, you're only losing half your money, but you could win all these other things, right? It made it more where people wanted to buy in. It made it like, look, if I buy this, at least the worst I could do is lose half my money. The best I could do is 7x my money, right?
Wild
So
sales pitch, though, still to be successful.
yeah. I mean, it was a good sales pitch. They did very well with those things.
You know what, Ken? It's a good sales pitch in our card market because of what the industry standard on ROI on a box is. It's not a good sales pitch in like real life. What the hell would you do that for in real life? What would you do? What would you be like, hey, lose half your money? Not that bad. Not that bad. Like, come on. Like, and this is the reality we got to get to of the winners and losers, because then we start trying to justify things. We start trying to do this and that. And then it's just like, for me, like, I got a hot wife. I got a 2-year-old son who's a lefty and throws gas. I got way more things to be worried about than ripping a freaking box open for a little dopamine hit. I got to be honest with you. That's kind of where I'm at in this point. And you know what I'd like to do instead? Buy shiny Ohtanis. I'll buy shiny Ohtanis
and grade them,
whatever they're worth, and grade them.
Yeah.
And that's what I can do instead.
Yeah. I mean, military breaker, perfect here. Ripping is a bad business model if all you do is retail. However, like the casino, it's about having fun. Walk in with a budget, knowing 99.9% that money is gone.
If you can do that, that's giving a lot of people a lot of credit, I think.
Yeah. I mean, to me, going to the casino is like going to the movies, right? Opening a box of this or opening a case of something is like going to a football game or a baseball game. It's entertainment, right? So I want to win. I want to pull like these massive cards out of there, but I can't count on it, right? You certainly just can't count on it. Spike says 1,000 other ways to get those endorphins going. Collect the athletes you admire, old and new. Yeah. What did Bill say? I could never not rip.
well, Bill, you know what? That's not fair, because downtowns have imprinted on your subconscious, and you can't not think about him. He's like, you know the Saturday Night Live skit of, I got a hankering and I need more or I'm sick. I got a fever. And the only thing to get rid of this fever is I need more cowbell. Bill is, I need more downtowns.
Thank you, Spike, for your comment.
You know what, Spike? Were you talking Vegas or Reno? I don't know, man. I don't know. Jeez, who knows?
Collector's Dream says, "Hey, just buy the cards you like, right?"
Yeah.
And really, we've been preaching that. We've been preaching that for a long time. And I do that now. There was a point on my stuff where I was buying a bunch of little cards where I've decided, you know what, I'm not going to buy the smaller cards of the player I like. I'm just going to buy the big ones, right? I'm going to buy the ones that are important because, here's the thing. This is what I'm up against right now, in my office, right? In my hobby world here is I've overbought on so many players, right? And now it's like, okay, here we talked about it being my Super Bowl last week. Well, my Super Bowl was a failure.
You're like
right
the Pats.
My football, my baseball, it was just, man, just flying out of that case, right? The WNBA stuff, it was much slower. It sold, right? It sold, but the only thing that were selling out of that case was Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark. They they were the only things that were selling out of my case. All the other WNBA players, all the other college, and AZ Fudd, she sold out of the case. But the Sarah Strongs, that type, it just wasn't selling there, right? So now I'm up against, I've got all these cards. It's the right time of year. I need another outlet now. Now I'm sending the consignment. Now I'm putting in Facebook groups. Now I'm doing a Whatnot Live with somebody because it's time that I want to start moving all those lower ones and just reinvest in just some bigger cards. Military Breaker says, Ken has bought all the downtowns I pulled over the yeah, he said, I think I've only bought one from you, sir. The PSA 10.
One, I guess.
The Anthony Richardson PSA 10.
Yeah, so Ken said he wants to return it.
I want a refund.
No,
and believe it or not, I just want to answer Spike here. He said, no Cunningham, no Hull, no. I mean, a lot of people were asking for Reese over the last few shows, but this show, I'll tell you what, this was the show I felt that it's such a massive show that I felt no matter what you put out there, it was going to sell, right? It's similar to, like going to the National or those bigger shows. Like you get all the different collectors. You don't get, the hyper focus. You go to these small shows and stuff like that. It's basketball, baseball, football. That's it. I mean, there's just such a concentration on that. So, and you'll get people that come in that like the WNBA or things like that. I figure you go to a bigger show, there was going to be a lot more people looking for that there, and even the ones that were in that, they really weren't buying. They were coming in, they were looking, they were having conversations. It was great to do all that, but
they were camping out to buy from your table. Can we talk about that a little bit? I heard that. So you had someone picking up the sloppy seconds off your table.
Not even they were stealing my women. I'm telling you, man, they were coming right. There was a one point it came right up, and it was like I said, I think that card, we're talking about a card. I said, I think that card's like 300, and he walked right over. He goes, I'll give you 350 for it. Don't listen to him. I was like, that I snapped. I was done.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, this was his shtick. He figured I was the big WNBA guy. He wanted to buy WNBA cards. He didn't want what I had for sale in my case, so he figured he would just poach everybody that showed up that was looking to sell cards.
Well,
and if I didn't, whether I did or did make a deal with somebody, I watched him walk over and say to them, "Oh, what else do you have in the case? Hey, you selling? What else do you have in the case?" That type of thing.
That's ridiculous, man. That makes me not feel as bad about the when I said those cards came out of the Costco box. Makes me really not feel that bad. Kamikaze Sports, would that be those Philly Johns? Those Philly Johns, is that right?
Gotta watch those Philly boys. Yeah, this wasn't a boy. This was certainly not a young person that you would think would be doing that.
Was it Eric?
Was it what?
Eric. Our former commenter, our former YouTube commenter. who always loved the WNBA? Is it Eric?
I have no idea what you're saying.
Your arch nemesis who would comment about your WNBA infatuation.
Oh, that's what his name was, Eric.
That's what I was asking.
That's
Yeah.
as much as
Eric?
I pay attention to those comments.
Well, yeah. the joke's not as funny if you don't get it. It's not that funny then. So, all right, never mind.
Yep.
Continue.
Yeah. So.
Oh man.
So, anyways, yeah. So winners and losers, right? We have to have one for the other. Did you enjoy your? Yeah. Yeah. So Spike was at the show. It was great to meet Spike at the show. And he will tell you, I talked about it on the last episode. We had no space. No space that when the people came down to walk out, they generally tripped over something and sat on my lap. I had more people sit on my lap this weekend, just falling, trying to get out. Bill and Billy, they'll tell you the same thing. There's people falling all over the place, trying to get in and out of that.
Well, on top of that, I remember you would say all the time is like, you like being behind the table because like the crowd sometimes skeeve you out. So like, a little claustrophobia there. You're like, get me the hell out of here.
Well, it started out day one. I moved my table out 6 inches. Day two was like 10. It was like 1.5 feet out. And the more I moved it out, the more other people put stuff out. Like they said, oh, look, there's more room. I'm going to put more out. So it didn't help that I kept moving my table out. I was an end table because people just kept utilizing the space I was trying to create for myself.
Hey, valuable real estate.
And I didn't have room for my big director's chair.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Did you get a Philly cheesesteak?
I did not.
What the hell? Why would you even go to the show then? That was the one thing you had to do is get a cheesesteak.
I did order pizza.
I mean, what is Philly pizza? What is that? Was it good?
Nothing compared to New Haven pizza, that is for sure.
You're in cheesesteak country. I believe they call them hoagies down there.
Yeah.
You didn't get a hoagie. It's crazy.
I did not. Yeah. Bill says like being packed in a sardine can. Yeah. That was my only complaint to that show. That was literally my only complaint. I think that show is run like a well-oiled machine. Easy in, easy out. Bada
bing, bada boom.
And the lines around the building, like literally out the door, through the parking lot, down the whole side of the building, just waiting to get in. Who said that? Called that one Cardboard Collaborative.
Did he call that you weren't going to get a cheesesteak? What did you call? What did you call there? Call your shot, Babe Ruth. What is it? That's true, Spike.
Yeah.
Love that, Spike. He's kind of popping up the power rankings of listeners. I'm not going to lie. That you were getting a pizza? Well,
oh, yeah, he called that. Yeah, well, my dietary needs. Pizza's easy.
Pizza and then a Dunkin' Donuts coffee that Jordan retrieves. Yeah, those are the two. I
had to stop at Dunkin' on my way in and get my full supply. Let me tell you something. The first Saturday morning, was it Saturday morning or Friday afternoon? It was Friday afternoon. When I first got there, Friday afternoon, I said, you know what? I'm going to set everything up, and then I'm going to go run and get Dunkin' Donuts coffee, right? And I go walking out, and I'm looking around, and there's people like just driving through the parking lot, nowhere to park, no parking spots anywhere. And I think to myself, if I leave, I'm never going to get a parking spot when I come back. So I ended up having a coffee from the place. It was the worst coffee I ever had.
I watched it's just, I have to say this because you just brought that up. So they've rebooted the show My Strange Addictions. Okay. This woman was addicted to drinking coffee. And the thing that perturbed me the most was not the 100 cups of coffee a day she was drinking, and then went to a primary care physician and was told, this is detrimental to your health. And she said, coffee could harm me? Okay. It wasn't that. It was, there's nothing better than New Jersey diner coffee. What the hell is that? I mean, could you think of a worse cup of coffee? New Jersey, armpit of America, diner coffee.
Now you did it. We've lost all our New Jersey listeners now.
Oh, no.
You had to say.
Oh, no. They got to wish they were New York. Come on, no. Oh, geez.
Here's military breaker. He says his degen status is watching us on the left screen and
So,
doing
Ken,
whatnot singles on the right.
from our last segment, what is military breaker, Ken, in your own words?
From our last segment?
Yeah, winners and losers. What is military breaker in our last segment? Your own words.
I got to do it to him.
Oh, man. Don't do it to him. I love military breaker.
You know what? I do have to say all his wax is cheaper because he's getting it on the military base.
Don't give away a secret.
Oh,
geez, he goes, winner, winner.
He's a winner. We love him, and we're thankful for your service.
Oh my God. Yes, we are thankful for your service. Yes.
Yeah.
And I've met military breaker. He's this excellent guy. But OTI, they're like, I feel like they're the type that like people like clip and make TikToks about of how bad they are scamming. Of like, oh my God, look what this guy did. Or, it's just like all the time. Just them, Debut Sports, Yo Jack Dylan. I don't even have any issues with any of them. Like they're just going to get their own money. Like I just, you live and you learn, right? That's just what you do.
Does the PX have allocation? I love that. Spike is really coming in strong tonight. Puts hair on my chest. That's funny.
I'll have a military breaker collab or military breaker runs a break live on Hobby Chop.
All right, big questions coming. Howard, get your keyboard. Get your fingers on your keyboard. Get ready.
What do we got?
Ohtani versus Mahomes. And I know the first thing that we say is football is only here in the U.S. and baseball is worldwide. But besides that, comparatively, what do we think on and I kind of talked about that because I had my guy Ari on my podcast said to me, hey, look, I'm thinking about selling some of my Ohtanis and buying some Mahomes cards. And normally people would say, well, that's fine if he gets hurt, but he did get hurt. He tore an ACL and his market did not dip at all. Right.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking? What says you?
I thought about this quite a bit. First off, I don't think you can go wrong with either. Like, and another thing is here's what's really important to me. Is it like when you just say Ohtani versus Mahomes, like what's the entry level? What's the exit plan? And like, yeah, like what are you need to have some kind of like plans around it. Like that's like, because I feel like you can't just say either or, like it kind of matters. It kind of matters. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking here? Give me some sort of scenario.
What would you rather have? If you were going to put cards in your collection and say, I believe that I'm never going to lose the value, or I'm going to get more value out of this person, either Ohtani or Mahomes than the other one.
Okay. All right, fine. If I think I'm going to get, let's go with that. I think I'm going to get more value long-term. Ohtani is far, in my opinion, closer to the greatest baseball player of all time than Mahomes is to the greatest football player of all time. So by that, and then you have just the international market on top of that for Ohtani versus Mahomes. I think that's your choice. I think that's your decision. Mm-hmm. I really do. But also, if you're going in at the same budget, you could probably get a way better Mahomes card than you can get an Ohtani card. That's kind of my caveat there. Like if you have a budget cap, like for example, you could get a pretty insane Mahomes card for $30,000 and you're getting a base Bowman Chrome auto of Ohtani for $30,000. Like, that's kind of what it goes to.
Mm-hmm. We do know from 2019 to just this past year, he didn't sign. Mahomes wasn't signing any cards, any pack pulled cards. All you were getting was redemptions that were never being redeemed. So I'm sure Ohtani has a lot more autograph cards out there than Mahomes.
I think he has a way higher you go just supply demand. He has way more demand though, too. Which is crazy when you're talking about against Mahomes, right? Like I don't know if there's anyone with a higher demand than Ohtani.
Howard says he signs all the time.
Mm-hmm. And there's levels to his autographs for sure. Like it's just like I don't know, man. I just think what he's doing is no one's doing it. No one, like he had the single best game of baseball ever in the playoffs. Please bring the Ohtani slander. I'd love to hear it. I mean, he had 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts in a playoff game. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like,
and if he was just to pack up and go back to Japan and say, I'm going home. I take my ball and my bat and I'm going home.
Barry Sanders is pretty rabid. His market, he retired at the peak of his career, right?
Yeah, but his market didn't bounce back until much, much later.
Well, his market was never what Ohtani's market was either. Yeah. So you're right. So if you want to like play that same parallel, it's like, okay, if that means Ohtani's market's going to bounce back, what does that bounce back look like at the same multiplier that Barry Sanders did, right? Like, I mean, it's apples to oranges, but it's just
Military breaker. Mahomes' limited signatures are more valuable, in my opinion, long term and super clean. Ohtani, one more alleged scandal from being Wander.
Oh my God.
That's coming from a Chiefs fan. What's Homer say? Homer, thanks for being here tonight.
Yeah,
sir.
But I love that comment.
Does Mahomes play running back too? Sometimes
I think he led the Chiefs in rushing. Unfortunately, I do love that comment though. Yeah. It would be like, does Mahomes play middle linebacker?
Best designated hitter of all time.
Okay, here's the thing with that. Best DH of all time. The 1 year he was just a DH, he had a 50-50 season, 50 home runs, 50 stolen base that no one's ever done. So yes, he was that. And then he also came back and pitched. So, but great comment.
Yeah.
Great comment.
Spike says Ohtani is at the peak. Chiefs revamp, win another Super Bowl. I'm with him.
I think they look great too. Another thing about that,
I can't believe he's going to be back to play, ready to play. I mean, that's almost unheard of to tear an ACL that late in the season and be back the next year ready to go for the start of the season.
Comments are getting wild. All right, this is just bro. This last kamikaze, that comment is just obnoxious to me.
Could have pitched and hit.
Yeah, a bunch of players. Yeah, a bunch of humans could pitch and hit. Very few humans could be all-star level pitcher and hitter. Very few. So, like, yeah, that's just ridiculous. Yeah, Jacob deGrom came up as a shortstop. All right, he didn't stick there. He also could not hit like Ohtani. But yeah, I don't know. I just like the thing about Ohtani being at his peak is like I also kind of feel that way, but it's been his peak the last like 4 or 5 years. So I don't know. I really don't know.
How old is Ohtani?
31, 30.
Oh.
But you got to remember baseball age is really different compared to like football for sure.
In a good way?
Yeah, like you can age much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ohtani's 31.
Yeah.
Howard, that's right. Paul Skeens can play catcher. He was a catcher in the Air Force, the Air Force Academy. And then he didn't start pitching till he was in college. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he started pitching in college, transferred from the Air Force to LSU, and then was the number 1 overall pick. Just got popped out of college, and he's yeah.
Ziggy in the chat. Welcome, Ziggy.
That's true too.
He said, "Remember when an ACL rip was the end of a career in the 80s and 90s."
And I'll apply this to baseball. Nowadays, you're not going to reach your full potential as a pitcher until you have your first Tommy John surgery. Which is weird to say, but once you get that reconstructed, you're bionic now, and then you can go chuck it. It's crazy. But modern medicine, I mean, my guy, Jason Tatum, 9 months off that Achilles, and he's looking good. So,
what is he saying? He says, "Remember the movie that starts with the QB getting killed and they restart his clone?" Yeah, I guess we could be there. Oh, Ohtani had 2 Tommy John surgeries.
That's right.
Yeah.
So he's
and he's still at the height of his market. Mahomes could tear another ACL this year and still be at the.
You know what though too is like another difference between those two is like just like baseball, like your individual stats go far further. Like your individual accolades go far further than in football. Like you need to like it's kind of at an unfair disadvantage for Mahomes in that conversation because he has to continue to win championships. Or I mean, I guess or MVPs, but like how many? Here you go in the card market. How many MVPs equal a championship in terms of moving a market? What would you say? It's got to be several, right? Like,
yeah, it's got to be. No matter what you're playing, it's you've. I mean, that's what you're building on, right? I mean, that's what you're going to be remembered for. Those.
So Ohtani has 4 MVPs,
yeah,
and 2 World Series titles. And I don't see him not winning MVP as long as he keeps playing. So I don't know. That's what's kind of tough. Howard, just great point. What will it take for someone else to win MVP over Ohtani? What I think it would take is Ohtani misses a season or is just not available. Because when you're talking most valuable, he's pitching and he's providing top level talent as a hitter. I don't know how it's just kind of unfair. It's just so different. It'd be like if Travis Hunter could actually live up to what he was drafted to do. Maybe if Travis Hunter was a 1 cornerback and a 1 receiver,
All right, look, we're at 51 minutes and we haven't even talked about free agency.
Should we rapid fire it?
We're going to rapid fire it just because, what does it mean to some of these guys, to their card market? Are they going to benefit from free agency? So we're going to go rapid fire down here. Daniel Jones, 2-year contract, $88 million. And does that do anything to his market?
Provide stability, at least until the start of the season.
What do you think? Yeah, well, he's coming off a torn Achilles tendon. I mean, is he going to be back?
He's supposed to be back for week 1.
Yeah. But do you think that does anything for his card market though? Should his market go up at all? Coming off an injury just because he signed a contract
shouldn't go up, but I think it stops it from anything that would go down. Like if it was like a contract situation where people I don't know, it's kind of that people not knowing. So I think provides a little bit of stability.
All right,
which I think is valuable.
Yeah,
in its own sense.
Yeah. Mike Evans to San Francisco. Does that help Purdy's market, his card market? Or
I didn't think about that look on it.
Is Evans still got it? I mean, is he still?
Here's what I'll say. I don't think it helps Purdy's market, but I bet you Purdy's a great buy. And then if there becomes a narrative around the national enough, then you may see a little surge in Brock Purdy there.
And I just happened, not for any other reason, it just happened that a bunch of Purdy cards in the last month or so have just shown up at really great prices that I took and just stuck aside. So I'm hoping that's going to help his market and will help those cards.
Sure won't hurt it.
No. Here's one for you, sir. Malik Willis to the Finns.
Got to go up. The man's got to get a
market?
starting opportunity. I mean, it's getting a starting opportunity. People be intrigued by it. I don't have faith in my Dolphins to do anything correct. So, but I'm hopeful. I feel better about him than Tua. I feel a lot better about him than Tua. So, but for the market's sake, people will have some interest. Look at Ziggy getting ahead of us.
Yeah, Ziggy, you're getting ahead of us, sir. We didn't get there yet. Okay, so Tua to the Falcons. What's going on there with Michael Penix Jr.?
I
Are we
don't
to
care about
believe that everybody else with a knee injury, a torn ACL, and a torn Achilles tendon, they can make it back for the beginning of the season, but he can't?
They just added a left-handed Helen Keller as their back in their quarterback room. I don't know what you want to say. Like I don't know.
DJ Moore to the Bills. Does that help Josh Allen's market, or is DJ Moore a
Finally,
market?
has someone who's competent out there to help him out a little bit. I don't know if it helps his market, but for the football sake of it, thank God they finally did something to help him. I mean, Jesus. Yeah. I was a Bills fan for one day, and then they lost, if you remember, in the playoffs, and it was heartbreaking.
I don't think that's the answer out there. Could help, but I don't think
it's better than whatever they were running out the corpse of Amari Cooper, my man. Like, it's better than whatever the hell they were doing before. I agree with Military Breaker. DJ Moore is a true number one. I agree with that. He has that capability.
We'll see. We'll see how that pans out. I understand it. I see what you're saying. But I think at this point of his career, I don't think he's a true number one. I think he's a number two. I don't think he's a true number one. I think they're going to try to utilize him as a true number one, and we'll see what that gets. Yes, you're right. It is an upgrade from Shakir, but I still don't.
Allow Shakir to be better too.
Yeah, I still don't think he's a true number one. Romeo Doubs to New England. Does that help Drake May's market? Can he be a number one for Drake May?
Romeo Doubs is pretty talented, but I don't think he's a number one. I think he's like I think he's a really good two.
Yeah. Similar to what I think of.
That's crazy. So you think DJ Moore and Romeo Doubs are the same? Boy, let me
I think they add the same element to the teams they're going to. Okay. I'm not comparing them together. Okay. I'm just saying where they're going. I think they're adding that same element. I don't like either of those. I don't like either of those pickups.
Okay. All right. I think I had Romeo Doubs in fantasy. He's pretty good. Yeah. I think he's pretty good when he gets the opportunity. He's just buried in the Packers, and they have all those good receivers. So like he barely got to be like the guy. Like, yeah. I don't know. I like him. I think he's pretty good.
Ziggy. Kyler to the Vikings. Does that boost his market, and does it boost Justin Jefferson?
Hear me out here.
All right.
We talk about these quarterbacks from these failed franchises, mostly the Jets that end up leaving or the Panthers, and they end up leaving and doing good. Maybe we should start looking at the Cardinals as the same scenario as that. Because I'll tell you what, Kevin O'Connell, he does his job, even with JJ McCarthy. You know what? Tyler was right. Tyler was so right. JJ McCarthy's not it. I think Kyler is going to be A-okay out there. I don't know what you think, but I think he's going to be just fine out there.
I think he's injury prone, and I think he's had a lot of troubles with injuries and playing through injuries, and what was a lot of things going on in Arizona for him. And I believe he could come here and play very well. I think he could be a massive upgrade for Justin Jefferson.
Yep.
And I think he could be a great upgrade for the running back too, because he's a running quarterback. So it just builds a whole new dynamic around that team.
And he's been able to feed wide receiver ones before. Like he played so well with DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
You know, like I think it has the opportunity to do really well.
Vikings do well, yeah, with veteran QBs. Yeah. And what does that do for and they're not on my list here, but what does that do for the Cardinals? Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, what is that? Anybody else coming in? Because I just don't think that Kyler
means Marvin's not going to re-sign with Arizona. It means someone is going to sign Marvin Harrison Jr. and then we'll have this conversation whenever his contract's up of what does this mean for Marvin Harrison Jr.'s card market in like 2 years or whatever it is. Yeah. That's what it will mean. That's what I think. Because Trey McBride too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they signed Gardner Minshew. Didn't he tear his ACL for the Chiefs? in the playoffs? Like he's coming off of an injury.
One game. He played one game. It wasn't even the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs, right?
No.
Playoffs.
Yeah, no.
I think he just went in for one game and tore his ACL, and yeah, they had trouble. They had a terrible year down there in Kansas City. You're allowed to have one bad year. It just rebound right back.
It's okay to have one bad year. Yeah, and then now they retooled. Okay, let's talk. I don't know if you had this next, but Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, down to the Chiefs. Well, I mean, we had a great number one running back now. We let Pacheco go. I'm glad to see that. I wasn't a fan of his.
Yeah, I mean, you add someone who can catch and run and is dynamic and sure won't hurt.
No.
Do you have any more names? Because I have some more.
No, I was just going to mention that Kelsey's coming back. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I have some spicy ones for you. Okay, ready?
Go ahead.
This one not too crazy. How about Isaiah Likely on the Giants?
Well, he's just followed his quarterback. I mean, his coach.
His coach,
from Baltimore.
Yeah, so. But he's the one now. Because I test Isaiah Likely has the talent to be the best tight end in the league. Tell me I'm crazy. I test.
Yeah, no, he
looks like a receiver, dude. Looks like a receiver. It's unbelievable. With Dart, Scadaboo, I don't know. That's one that
the Giants are going to be a good team. Abdul Carter, they have a lot of pieces in that team.
They are going to be the team. They're going to be a candidate, right? So, like 2 years ago, Commanders. Last year, Patriots. Giants are in contention to be that team to make some major jump, right? Like they have everything going for them, and like. They didn't really lose anyone. They had Neighbors and Scadaboo out for injury. Like they're going to be back and healthy. I mean, I don't know. All right. Here's some. All right. How about Tyson Bagent? Because Case Keenum signed a 2-year deal. The backup quarterback for the Bears, who's been really good.
Yeah. Where's Tyson Bagent going?
I don't know. Could be. There's trade rumors for him right now. Not free agency. It's trade rumors. Could a trade? He could be someone to beat out in a bad team and then show out and then get a contract.
I have a huge RPA of his.
Oh, really?
It's never been worth anything.
Stopped when I said that name, huh?
I know. I'm
like, what? Okay. AJ Brown trade to the Patriots, maybe.
Well, see, that to me was what I was expecting to go for, not Dobbs. I was expecting A.J. Brown to go.
Who's to say they still won't do it? And then Dobbs is year 2 and A.J. Brown's year 1 and Bodie's year 3. That's pretty damn good.
That's really good.
And you have the quarterback on the rookie contract, so you go all in for support and then try to run it back, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Vrabel, I think Titans with him before.
Yeah, I think Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be on the move too. See, I thought maybe he might be a good fit in New England as well.
That's a hell of a good one. Yeah, I'll tell you what. If AJ Brown goes to New England, I bet his market spikes big time. I think people will be all in on that. Okay. 2 more. And I left this just for you. Mac Jones potentially getting traded with how well he played last year.
Yeah. Well,
he is someone with that horrible regime in New England at the end who could be one of these Sam Darnold late bloomer types.
Yeah.
And I absolutely believe that.
He was the only reason that Brian Thomas Jr. had any stats last year. Because when Trevor Lawrence was back, they couldn't throw. I'm sorry, not Trevor Lawrence. He's with right. He's with
Jags. He was on the Jags.
He was
Mac was 2 years ago.
Yeah. So he was throwing. Yeah. Last year he was with San Fran though, right?
Yep. Yeah. He won a bunch
2 years ago. Yeah. So 2 years ago. Yeah. He had a great rapport with
BTJ.
But then.
They weren't as good of a team, though. They were also down a lot, and they had to chuck it. So, I mean, still as a rookie,
I think he could be a number 1. He was drafted to be a number 1.
Brian Thomas, absolutely, or Mac.
No, Mac Jones.
I think both could be number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1, respectfully.
Yeah.
I think Mac could get another chance. And you're seeing these revivals of quarterbacks. I think the system matters more. So
yeah, I think Ziggy's saying that there. It's the system, not the quarterback.
Yeah, I think Purdy's better than Mac, though. I do really like Purdy. I think Purdy's very good. he has some advanced stat stuff that puts him in elite territory. Last one I have. This team signed 4 new offensive linemen and a new OC. One of the most impactful offensive minds in the last decade. He put up 70 points as a head coach. His team put up 70 points in a game.
You're asking me to tell you who it is?
What team am I talking about?
The Broncos?
No, I'm talking about the Chargers.
Chargers got 70 points?
Mike McDaniel, my Dolphins head coach, is their new OC.
Oh, okay.
So he's an OC with Justin Herbert, 4 new offensive linemen. Look out for Justin Herbert. And this is free agency moves that supports Justin Herbert. It's not anything with right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And every year, and this is going to be the thing. Every year where there's always
Chargers are the sexy on paper.
We're always reviving one of these quarterbacks. It's Joe Burrow one year. It's Trevor Lawrence another year. This year it's going to be Justin Herbert. It's going into the National.
They did not have Miami Vice McDaniel with his cocaine dealer shades and watch calling plays. All right. I'm telling you, you have those offensive linemen, Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt, with Mike McDaniel. I don't know, man.
The tough division, that AFC West.
Mike
You got
McDaniel
the Chiefs.
made.
You got
Mike
the
McDaniel had Tua lead the league in passing, the left-handed Helen Keller. Okay? I don't know, man. I'm kind of liking it. If there's ever a year for the Chargers, it's this
to a Mike McDaniels fan. So now I'm going to be a Chargers.
Well, I didn't think Mike McDaniel should have got fired. I don't think that anything that had to do with that was Mike McDaniel. I'll tell you that. It's their incompetence at the GM level. And I don't think it was Mike McDaniel. I'll tell you that.
He's laughing. You're left-handed, Helen Keller.
Well, I had to watch Tua for I don't know how many years, so forgive me.
Yeah. It says Joe Burrow is a cakewalk in his division.
I don't know. I think the Ravens are supposed to be pretty damn good.
Yeah. I think the Browns are going to be good this year. Come on, man.
See, that's like the Chargers to the max, because at least
I'm telling you, there's something about Shadur Sanders. I'm telling you right now, we're all going to be surprised. Huh?
Isn't Deshaun Watson coming back?
No.
College champion Tua and Mac Jones and Hurts. Jalen Hurts has the Super Bowl, huh? And a Heisman. Talk about college. And also, hey, just want to say, he's saying they all are champions. This is true. They are champions. Yeah. Tua just got subbed in at the halftime. Yeah, they're all champions. Between those three, I mean, definitely take it Tua last. I'll tell you that. And here going back to that Herbert as the Dolphins, we picked Tua before Justin Herbert. What is that? What is that? They said at a college that Tua was like a left-handed Dan Marino.
What happened to Watson? I don't know. He got in a little bit of trouble. I don't think he's coming back. He's been out too long. He got drafted with Mahomes, right? He's young 30s now. 30, what's he, 32?
Gotta be. Something like that.
All cases settled out of court. Yeah. But I think he's just missed too much time now.
All right.
This has been good tonight. We went a little over the hour, but it was a great episode. And it was great. Thank you, everybody in the chat who kept it going. Appreciate you guys.
I know, lively chat tonight. It was fun.
Yeah. Cheers to you, Zig.
Cheers.
So we will be back next week. Brand new episode, brand new topics. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you guys. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Spike says maybe the best show yet. Thank you. Appreciate that. You know what it is, Spike? When we get more people in and get the chat flowing, man, the show really goes well.
I agree.
Yeah.
Very fun.
100%. And I will be back. I'm going to be back Saturday when I'm going to do an early episode. So expect.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Making up for the late one.
Yeah. What's that?
Making up for weren't you Monday?
Yeah, it was Monday.
So you're
but
just counterbalance it so you get a little early. I like it. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, but I got a show I want to go to on Sunday, so I think I'm going to get the episode out Saturday so I can go relax and spend the day at the show, do some buying.
Oh, okay.
That's my jam now.
All righty.
So, all right. Look, I want to thank everybody for watching, everybody for listening. Please please subscribe. We'll be back. I'll be back Saturday with an episode, and Zip and I will be back with the Hobby Chop next Thursday night, live 9 p.m. Zip, have a good night, sir.
Have a good night. See y'all.